Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Toyplosion haul. It will be a long video, I know it. I know my last videos were all very long, like way over an hour, and I know that this will be also very long. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of stuff. If you don't know what Toyplosion is or was, or if you have not watched my last video, I highly recommend watching it. Or if, I don't know, you are living under a rock and also not following me on Instagram, because I have spoiled it left and right what Toyplosion is and was. It's a vintage toy show, the biggest one in Germany for sure. And it happened last weekend. Well, for you when you're watching this, almost 2 weeks ago, because I'm mostly filming like these haul videos like a couple of days in advance before they go up. So, and I was not just a normal visitor like I was last year. I also did a haul for last year, but that was just really the stuff I bought, and I've just filmed being a visitor there. This year I was also a seller. Just to make it clear from the beginning, also I kind of wrote it in the comments on my last video, I'm not usually a toy seller, definitely not. I'm not a reseller, I don't even sell online. All I usually do is like trades with people to get rid of like my doubles. But with my friend Candy Kittens, we decided that we just want to give it a go. She certainly has a lot of more doubles and like things that she wanted to get rid of. She was really keen on, making a lot of money, and I think we definitely succeeded in that. I also sold most of my stuff. There's not a lot of stuff left, so which is one of the reasons why I don't know if I will do it next year again. I would really like to do it again because it was such a nice experience. I mean, this whole event was awesome. The community that you got to know there, all the other like sellers, our neighbors, some other YouTubers, people that I met for the first time, people that I met that I just maybe meet once a year, or people that just came over to me and said, hi, I'm watching your videos. So to all of you who were there, who were able to go and say hi to me, thank you so much. It totally made my day. That a lot of people also said like, I'm just here because of you, or just heard of this event because of you. So I wish I could just do it again next year, but the thing is, I think my friend doesn't really want to do it next year again. She has some other ideas how to sell also here in Berlin, where we're both from, which I don't think I will really do that way. So maybe in a year I have accumulated enough stuff again, but I have to decide obviously early if I want to do it. So I would like, but the thing is, I don't know if I have enough stuff. And no, I'm not selling online. I don't have a Etsy or eBay or anything like that. So I'm a collector. I mainly collect for myself, and I mostly got rid of a lot of doubles. But I also got a lot of new stuff. So let's start with the haul. And it is like, I try to make it a little bit like into like different like parts, not really parts, but like of course there were freebies also at the show. I got a lot of awesome gifts, and then there's stuff that I bought myself. So let's start with what I would consider freebies and kind of sort of gifts. So these awesome prints, these awesome Masters of the Universe prints, you have definitely seen if you watched the video in my convention video directly, because I filmed when I got them. I cannot really exactly tell you why they were the freebies there, where you could just take them. My guess is because I heard that the guy who is the designer of them, who is the artist behind that, Marotot or something like that, might have been there and might have also given autographs. But this is something that I was not really, I couldn't focus on all of these other things that were happening. Like my main focus at this show was obviously our table. So I don't know what everything else was that was going on, but there were so many more of these awesome prints. And I also grabbed a couple of doubles, but they're all Masters of the Universe. which is obviously not my main focus in collecting. I'm collecting the girls' toys usually, but I do love this, you know, art style here, and I do collect a little bit of masters. So it's still, no, now we are, yeah, because there's also a couple of landscape prints here, and I think they're awesome. There's some that are upright again, and I think the guy is probably one of the official artists that does the current artwork on the boxes for the, you know, Origins and probably, I don't know, maybe Masterverse or something, the official newer Master of the Universe figures that are out. I think this is one of my favorites. I don't know, this looks so good. Snake Mountain in the back. Skeletor on a black Panther. That looks awesome. But yeah. Okay, these are, I think, the doubles again. So I obviously cannot hang them on my wall. My wall space is so limited. Mostly it's covered by shelves and toys. So, but I couldn't resist. There were so many more. But I have a couple of people in mind that might also be interested in those. Maybe I can work them into a trade or something. And a couple of them I will keep for sure. But that's not enough in terms of Masters of the Universe, because I got a couple of modern, you know, Origins figures for free. Yes, for free. Let me grab all of them. I think these are the 3 He-Man figures that I grabbed for free. They come from, I think his name is Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. He is a German YouTuber called Starwars Sammler. I personally, like, I don't watch him usually, but he is kind of like working together with this convention, and he gave autographs and all of the stuff that he like gave for free, because now I have autographs of him there. All of these things where he gave autographs on, etc. All of this he bought himself, brought to this show and gave away for free. This is so like incredibly, like, I don't even know, like, I think he was also kind of connected with some of these charity auctions and all of that. So he is such a good guy. And there was not only Masters, I mean, I also got some Star Wars. So, and there were other, like, you know, even if you, like, for little girls, he had some Schleich figures or some Schleich fairies, etc. But yeah, I got myself here the Battle Armor He-Man. I will definitely unbox them because I have a little bit of a Master of the Universe shelf. Then I got 2 versions of Evelyn because she is one of my favorite characters. We've got the normal yellow, and here is, I think, this is kind of more the cartoon accurate, like, skin color. Just wanted to show you, no, I did not get this one. This is my personal vintage Evelyn, but just to like show you the comparison, that's cool. And I have like 3 Evelyns in my little Masters display. So the Star Wars ones that I picked, they are like also not very new. They're like from 2016 or so. We've Jin from Rogue One, and we've got Leia from the sequel trilogy. I don't even have a He-Man. I don't even have a vintage He-Man. So now I at least have the Battle Armor He-Man in Origins version, and he comes with the, you know, more vintage style hat, which that's good. I think the other hat looks a little silly. And there's some smaller freebie stuff or gifts. For example, these little Barbie, you know, miniatures here. I don't know, what are they called? Micro collection Barbie things. They were actually kind of decoration at the table of the Puppengeist. He's like a Barbie customizer, stylist. I don't know how to say. He's a Barbie collector, and he was our neighbor. And these things kind of were just decorations on his table. Because I also saw that when someone else was asking, hey, how much do you want for this, he give it away to anyone. And in the end of the show, everybody was just giving like gifts left and right in terms of like all the little, you know, our table, neighbors, etc. And he just said we can have some of those, and so here's another one. So I got a couple of these micro Barbie figures. Not that I need them, wanted them or something, but it's a neat little thing. I will keep a couple I might give to someone else or something, or put in a trade, or just as little gift, something like that. This little bunny is actually the best because he can definitely then go into my Easter display when I put out my Easter stuff again, because I also have a new Easter Barbie waiting for next Easter, and I have one other Easter Barbie that already came with a little bunny, so the other one can then have this one, so that's actually very good. It's a Barbie bunny. This is actually also super awesome. These come from Christina. She has a Facebook group, something with Willkommen im Regenbogenland, or you know, like Rainbow Land color here from like Regina Regenbogen, so Rainbow Bride. And actually I'm not part of this Facebook group, but she made these buttons and gifted them to people who are, or gave them to people who are part of her Facebook group. And so like you know, when you're walking around at this toy show, that you could recognize each other. And she also made some of these super awesome Care Bears. What are they called? You know, 8-bit style, little bead. When you melt the beads, I don't know, that's probably a word for it. And we could choose one. And I mean, as I said, I'm actually not part of this group, but she was so kind and she was like, no, you can still have one. This is this little goodie bag with some little unicorn sparkly glitters in there. And then this little smacker here, like in the 90s. I don't remember these, but my friend Cotton Candy Kitten said like, oh yeah, these other things that don't you remember them from the 90s? Like, no, I don't know. But thank you so much. I mean, I chose this one here, and this is so cute. Thank you so much. And I know that Christina also purchased something from me at my table, which is also awesome. And the funny thing is, you might think that this thing goes together. No, as I said, got this gifted. But then a little girl came by and was like selling her self-made little things, just, you know, to earn some pocket money. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna give this girl a little bit of pocket money, and could choose also one of these bead thingies. And I chose the rainbow. I mean, how perfect. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Maybe hang this somewhere and then just like do together. And some just like stickers, for example, some of our other table neighbors. There were Retro Krempel, also a YouTuber, a German YouTuber, and Dinosaur Toys and Merchandise, also a German like dinosaur, especially Jurassic Park YouTuber, specifically you know, toy reviews, etc. So, and I also met another YouTuber that I watch, which is Mint in Mind, and we just had a very quick call, and he just also gifted me his stickers. So, and you know, are there even some mints? I guess these are some mints. More like a battery. So, got something from Vince also. So these little freebies and goodies, it's always super nice. And actually a very, very big gift is this Barbie blanket. I said, you know, der Puppengeist, he gave us these little, you know, thingies in the end of the show, and he probably also didn't want to carry around a lot of stuff back home, so he also gifted me, or actually us, but I kept it, and not my friend, this Barbie blanket, or it's not a blanket, it's a towel. Super cute, super pink. I will definitely use it. I mean, beach season is a little bit over already. Not totally, it's still kind of warm, but it's not really beach season for me anymore. So, but I will definitely get a lot of use out of this. This is super adorable. Barbie towel. Yeah. I don't know, let's put some things here, but the table will be too full in the end. Is that everything of this first bag? Yes, but this was also kind of a gift, to be quite honest. This is actually from my friend Cotton Candy Kittens. Because I don't exactly know what all of her doubles are. I don't know everything that she has multiples of, and she even brought 2 of these kitty surprise to the show because she had triplets of this one. I was like, oh my god, this is so cute, and you even have 2 here for sale. Can I purchase one? And I put it immediately away. I don't even think that she sold the other one. Maybe not as sought after, but I definitely wanted one. I picked the one that is in a little bit of a worse condition. She's not in worse condition. You just can see that she has been washed. But that's all. And I also washed her again. And it's not that you're not allowed to wash plush, but you should not wash them very hot, because then something like this, happens. It's kind of, heat damage. And then in the end she was like, it's also kind of a gift, because I didn't pay directly for it. I mean, there was so much back and forth with money between us, but there were definitely some other things that I got from her that I directly paid, but this is more like a gift, I guess. Thank you so much. I love the kitty surprise. It's my second kitty surprise. I think in this sitting pose there were just 4, and this one also comes with 2 babies. Although I think just one of them is really for her, because one of them is the purple baby and one of them is the more pink purple baby. So this one belongs to her, but this is actually another baby that belongs to the one that I have, because I only have one kitty surprise that is in this color. So, and I only have one baby. I think it's sitting behind me here. Yeah, now I have a second baby. So if you don't know what these toys are, they were made by Hasbro in the early 90s. I don't know what directly the full toy line was called, but they were puppy surprise, dogs with little babies, and kitty surprise, and cub surprise, bears, bunny surprise, etc. So other animals as well. And the kitties were available in a more laying, so like most of the dogs like pose, and these sitting ones. And I have never really noticed, but my friend said actually the sitting ones are more common over here. She is a very big collector of them, so that's why she had also so many doubles with her of the puppy and kitty surprise line. And she said, no, because I definitely prefer the sitting ones and not the laying ones. They are more difficult to display. But she said, no, for the kitties, actually, these ones are the more common ones over here. So I guess in Europe or generally in Germany. And there are 4 different ones. So now I have 2 of them. So this is kind of the pink purple one. Then there's a light pink one. There's the purple one that I have, and there's a white one. So another kitty surprise for my collection. Actually, I even sold one of my surprise pets. I sold my cup surprise at this show because it was the brown one, and I'd rather have some more of the pastel ones. So yeah, more gifts. Yeah, honestly, there's more gifts. Yeah, the next bag of kind of gifts and kind of freebies. So gifts in terms of some people really specifically brought me gifts. Those I will definitely point out, and I think there were some things that also some sellers just gifted me. Let's start with these. So My Little Pony VHS tapes and this awesome sticker sheet. Yes, it's a little bit all over the place. I will not go from like which seller I bought specific things, just because like from this seller, this lady, this girl, I also bought other stuff. You will see later on in the video. But when I put together my like bunch, she said like because I then noticed, oh, she has these My Little Pony VHS tapes, and she was like, you can just have them, just take them. Really? I mean, I really do have a VHS player still, so I can even watch them. I'm not the biggest fan of actually the old My Little Pony cartoon from the 80s. it's just a typical children's cartoon, not very good, and I don't know. But these are the first 5 parts of this, you know, end of Flutter Valley special. It's not really a special. It's kind of put into the normal My Little Pony and Friends cartoon episodes. But to me, it feels like a very big arc of like 10 episodes that it might have been planned actually as a movie or something like that, or as another TV special or so. But it was like cut into several episodes. And here I have even different versions of the VHS tapes, because this one is part 1 to 3. And it says even it's 60 minutes, and it's in the smaller case. To me, it seems a little more modern, this case. And then I have these bigger cases, but all of this is VHS. It's not what there was another thing that was also similar to VHS, but with smaller tapes or something. But no, it's all normal VHS. It's just different, you know, cases. And then we have here part 5 and part 4, and each of them is just 23 minutes. Yeah, 23 minutes long. So it's just always just 1 episode on it, and here are at least 3 episodes on it. And even these are not exactly the same. When you see here, the company kid here is written differently. So these are all different releases, and I mean, when you just open this up, there's nothing really special in there. It just says here, it's on there. So no pictures or no inlays or anything like that. So it's really just from the outside. And I have to say, I even watched these specials like once because I found them online somewhere. Probably kind of illegal streaming or something that I found them. But those I even do know. And it's, you know, so when the Flutter ponies are first kind of, when they kind of head out to the Flutter Valley and etc. So, and it's again, it's kind of from 86, a little bit after the My Little Pony, the movie. And these horrible villains again in there, these witches, I really don't like them. So it's not something that I will frequently watch, maybe once, and then have it as a, you know, collectible item. And she also gifted me these stickers. She had so many of these sticker sheets, and I don't know for sure where they come from, but to me they look like if they could have been included in the My Little Pony magazine or something, because these drawings remind me a lot of the stuff that was in the My Little Pony magazines, because they actually are really like ponies, you know, just the outlined, you know, the poses really. You can really see which poses they are meant to be. And it's also interesting that some of these are not in the correct pose or even in the prototype pose, because this is one of the Dance and Friends ponies, but they were never released in this pose. They were just prototypes. Or here we have actually by the symbol you can see that it's Strawberry Surprise, but Strawberry Surprise was not released in this pose. This is actually from the Sweet Berry ponies, this the pose that would Cranberry Muffin would have. And then other ponies that weren't even released in Europe, like Blueberry Baskets, or here 2 of the wrong hair color actually, but 2 of the merry-go-round ponies with, you know, the diamond shapes. So it's very interesting, and it says something with Holland. So it's 89 Hasbro, it says, but then blah 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 Holland. So from the Netherlands, or I don't know, not exactly sure where they come from, but they remind me more of this, you know, European My Little Pony magazine thing. But if you exactly know where they are from, maybe put it down in the comments. Okay, and here we get to one of the presents that was, I think, directly brought to me, specifically to me. This comes from Trödelmama. You have seen her in the video. She is a very kind of popular German YouTuber, goes to flea markets and collects all the vintage goodness. And this is a this is a Polly Pocket. I was talking so much about My Little Pony. This is a Polly Pocket knockoff. It's called Mini Traumland, Spiel und Spaß für unterwegs. So very German. So Mini Dreamland, play and fun for like on the go. I don't know. It also says Pocket Love up here, and it's the. Now these like kind of shapes were released also with humans, but here are the ones with the little animals in there. I think if you are a little bit familiar with some Polly Pocket knockoffs, you might know some of them. They all look like they are, you know, in amusement park thingies. You like the teacups, you've got the Ferris wheel. I don't even know what that is. Ah, here's the octopus ride. And this is like, you know, the train track. This is this one. It is a little yellowed. So I'm like, should I take this off the cart? I don't know. It is so sweet, and I would really like to know what the, you know, the logo is on this compact. You don't see it. You cannot see from behind. And also even on the back, it doesn't show what the logo looks like. It, you know, just shows this. Because I know some that say Pocket Love, and I think this would be the one because it says Pocket Love. I think it's one of the Pocket Love ones. And obviously I can display it better if it's off the card. I don't have really display space for these big carded things because it's a big card. Definitely bigger than A4. So thank you so much, Trödelmama. I was not expecting that. I mean, she bought also a lot of stuff from my table, but I didn't have a gift for her. I also feel very sorry I did not have gifts for anyone really. I had some things for trade with me, but not really gifts. But I also did not really have time to prepare things. And but like, thanks a lot for this. This is super sweet. I mean, even if I would take it off the card, I would try to keep the card. I would really, because it also kind of starts peeling off here at the bottom already. So maybe I can kind of loosen it enough to not destroy the card, but this is like super like funny also because I mean there was this whole case full of these other Polly Pocket knockoffs, these lovely kitty ones, but in general you having a card to something like to knockoff toys is also very interesting. What else is in here? This little like sack of beads was gifted also to me from one of my subscribers. She brought it with her. Her name is Juliane, I think, and we like communicated a little bit over like Instagram before. Like butterfly087 is her Instagram, and she said like I love your videos and they bring me so much joy and I wanted to gift you something, but you know, she says she does not have anything like toy related that she could give me because she doesn't find a lot on her flea markets, etc. So but this is perfect. You know that I love my, you know, dangly like pastel like jewelry, this kind of type of children jewelry. I make a lot of, you know, these necklaces. Today I don't even wear one, you know, with just rubber, and then a lot of these beads. I could make like earrings from these things, and there's so many cute ones. Look at this little, it looks like a bonbon, like a candy. And by the way, I already wear some of the hair clips that were in there. So thanks so much. This is super sweet. I honestly can't wait to make some like, you know, not bracelets, what's it called? Oh, well, bracelets and some like necklaces out of that and some earrings. I'm not really good, not a good jewelry maker or anything like that. I just put stuff together and then I love these things. Thank you so much. And something completely different, but it was also gifted to me. This comes from Finn. He is also a average, you know, flea market goer, collector of different vintage toy lines. He's from Berlin. That's how we kind of connected then, that he was like, oh, you're also from Berlin, so then we can go also to flea markets maybe together, because he's living in a completely different area of Berlin where I never visit the flea market, so maybe we can exchange which flea markets are good, etc. But and we were also talking about the Barbie camper that I recently picked up in a video, and that, for example, the fireplace is kind of the same mold as also from Big Jim. And this is the Big Jim fireplace. He found, I think, this like suit or this case of like Big Jim stuff. I don't know if something was in it, but I think these things were in it. So this is this same fireplace that came as with the Barbie camper from the early 70s. And I think, yeah, it is also the same. I recently showed it also in another video of the fireplace from the Hart family camping set. So, yep, and this is the Big Jim one. So Mattel reused molds like yeah, since forever. So he has, Mattel still reuses molds. That's what I mean. Mattel did it already in the 70s. So, and this is also a Big Jim head. I don't collect Big Jim, but it's a very nice rubbery material. And I can definitely also use this for Barbie. Maybe it's a little small for Barbie, but I think even some Barbie fashion packs in the, you know, early 80s might have even come with this mold. But if it looks silly on Barbie, if it's too small for Barbie, maybe I put it on Skipper or something. So thank you so much. So also a little gift. And oh my goodness, now we're getting to kind of the gift packages that were like directly like, so it's not just like one thing, but a whole like gift box or a gift bag. And for this one, I'm so sorry, I don't even know your name. I know you're watching my videos. I know we met last year at a Toyplosion and had a little chat, and we have briefly connected on Instagram, but not a lot. I'm not sure. I wrote down the name that I think is your Instagram name, but I don't know your real name. I think Labiates. I think that's you, because I like track down our conversation that we had, and I think that's you. If it's not you, please just put down in the comments what's your name, because this is such a sweet package. I'm so happy about this. One of the coolest things actually almost is in there, which is this Barbie Bazaar magazine. I've heard of them. I have seen videos, you know, about them. People like, for example, like Barbie Nation doing like a flip through of one of these magazines. They're really thick Barbie magazines, not like our early, thin, flimsy Barbie journals, you know, for the Playline dolls of the 90s or something. No, this is Barbie Collector magazine. This one's from 1997. It says March, April 1997. And I mean, this was still the time back then when there was not a lot of, you know, internet and doll leaks and all of that. So it's all about, you know, collector dolls back then that were either coming out, or like, you know, an interview here with Bob Mackie, or some informational bits and bobs about face molds. And so it's not just about the newest collector dolls back then, but it's also a little bit about, you know, restoration, and this is really interesting. And of course, what's also in there is a lot of advertisement for, you know, people who selling dolls back then, or like doll shows, and it's, I'm pretty sure, from the US, and I'm not even sure if this was else. Oh no, it's even from Canada. It says Canada, no, USA and Canada. So I don't know if any European countries directly had the Barbie Bazaar, but certainly it was, if it was not the same magazine, because this is geared very towards the US with, you know, people like offering their dolls, and shops that specifically for dolls in the US, etc. But there's a lot to read in there. It's very interesting. Nothing Playline in here, so I'm actually a Playline Barbie collector, like 80s, 90s, all of that, and all of the stuff before there was always Playline. I mean, real collector dolls that were specifically brought out as adult collector dolls did not start before, you know, the late 80s maybe. But of course, it's all about back then here already, like vintage collector, like, and mod dolls, etc., etc. So this is definitely a magazine geared towards adult Barbie collectors from the 90s. So super interesting. I never had one of those in my hands. It's also not something that I want to get a lot more, because as I said, I'm not really into collector dolls. I'm way more into Playline Barbie, but super interesting. I have already started reading through it. And then there's even this gift package in there. Super colorful. Super fun. For example, a little bag with some Barbie brushes and combs. So some of the 90s. This is from Shelly Kelly. This is from normal Barbie brush. We've got some handles. No, that's not called handles. I don't know what they're called. And we have one of the gymnast medals. No, you cannot see. Can you see it? It's peeking through there. One of the gymnast medals. And all of these like seahorse combs, which are most likely from the Barbie mermaids, but also some other Barbie lines had them. For example, the Island Fun line also had them. And I don't know where this comb here comes from. Cannot say if that's a Barbie comb or something else. But you know, I like my combs and brushes. I most likely have most of them already, but that's no problem. I have like, you know, my jars full of brushes, so they can totally go in there. A super cool, very 90s scrunchie. And this is like so interesting. Like I was like, where even does this come from? This is a full box of plastic jewelry, and she wrote a letter explaining, like letter, I mean it's in there. Here, there was an explanation and some pictures. So, here are the names. I'm so sorry. Here are the names. Lara and Eileen. That's you. Okay, now I at least know your normal names, even if the Instagram was correct or not. So Lara and Eileen. They explained that they found these trip to Sweden. They said there was all of this, they called it, you know, dead stock of, you know, probably older, like, you know, fashion jewelry. So there are all these earrings, some are clips, but most of them are actually really, you know, that I can put through my holes. These look like buttons, or like these huge ones, some more dangly ones, but they're so 80s or late 80s, early 90s. I love them, and some are, of course, like, I mean, these, just in a different color. They are like the ones from Totally Hair Barbie. I also have them in yellow, and we have got purple ones. I mean, oh my god, I also love these. These are more like, you know, the round Kreolen, I would say in German. We've got some rings, so, and some smaller bits. I don't know if this is maybe this is newer, but she said it's probably older dead stock. But no matter what it actually is and where it directly comes from, it comes from Sweden. And yeah, hair clips. I will totally get a lot of use out of them. It's almost too many. Here, this is like a brooch. They are so cute, and I can totally feel like Barbie. And this ginormous, like not really a comb, but you can, you know, put it in your hair as an accessory. Oh my, I was so speechless when I saw this, because it was like, oh my god, so many, and all of them so colorful, and this is so cute and so like exactly my style. So thanks so much. And also we have this Barbie VHS tape here. Einfach super. Barbie jetzt auch als Filmstar. So this is probably like one of those fitness VHS tapes, you know, with real people, but apparently somehow marketed with Barbie. So I don't know if they did some stop motion with Barbie on it, because I have not watched it yet, but it's probably late 80s, early 90s, and was released here in 1992, yeah. So, Fit mit Barbie. So this, even though I don't know how interesting it really is to watch, but this is such a cool thing to just have in your Barbie collection. I mean, you see, I kind of acquire a VHS tape collection now. Not that I really ever wanted that, but you know, if it is something for, you know, toy lines that I collect, might as well. So, yeah. So, okay. Thank goodness your name are Lara and Eileen. So, this was such, I mean, I'm so sorry that I did not have more time for you, because it was then I was like occupied with other people wanting to buy stuff here and there, and then she was like, just, you take this, you can also like unpack it later. Yes, I did. I unpacked all of this in the hotel room. Kind of similar to the other big gift box, which is this one that I got from Sui. Yeah, Lady Duckling Toys on Instagram. We have met also last year at Toyplosion, and I'm a huge fan of hers since a long time, actually. I still know her from like this Japanese fashion style that we both were wearing. So we were kind of in the same Japanese fashion scene back then, but she was like a big name already back then. I knew her under the name of Sui Princess, and I was I was super obsessed with her blog back then, and I loved her style. We kind of met at a couple of events back then, but we never really got to know each other. But then I found out she also now at one point then started collecting toys. She was huge into Russian collecting and kind of switches gears now more towards, you know, a lot of Monster High and vintage like 80s, 90s toys. Because the Russians, she said, she still loves them, but it's not obtainable anymore. The prices are just silly for them, so you cannot really go on collecting them right now. So she kind of switched gears and is now also into this, kind of the same stuff as me, but a little bit more of the spooky stuff as well. So, and she loves my videos and the whole family. So also Benny, her husband, and I don't think that her little bat or little boy is watching my videos, but hi to every one of you. Thank you so much. It was so nice to see all of you. So not the three of you, because they didn't have, their child with them this time. But it's always a pleasure to meet you. And thank you so much for this awesome gift, which not everything is a gift, because we also did a trade. I gave her 2 ponies and got a Barbie. So let's start with this one. Ha! Is there more? Yes, there's more to this Barbie, which is all of this. This was a crazy find of her at the flea market. Oh, I forgot something. We're staying with Barbie, but this comes still from this other package of Lara and Eileen. There was also this awesome Barbie button, which I think that's a number 3 ponytail, or is it a 4? She has still a lot of her, colors, so it might be a number 4 on eyeliner there. So awesome button. I'm sorry that I kind of went over it, but yeah, we're staying in Barbie waters here. This is Dance Magic Barbie. She is a doll, you know, from the Superstar era. Clearly you can see that she's from 1989, and I didn't have her, so we found her this complete with kind of all of her accessories. I will go through them, but first let's have a look at her. She is super pretty. Look at her eyes. She has this pink eyeliner, very delicate eye paint. I didn't even know that she has these earrings, because she has all of her, these rose gold huge earrings. I think this shape I've also never seen on any other Barbie. She has this necklace, and she also has her ring. She is like super complete. She has the ruffle around her shoulders. She has the short dress, and then she has the long dress. These are 2 pieces. You can also mix and match. You can obviously take the longer skirt off, then it's more like a ballerina skirt, and she also came with ballerina shoes and with normal pumps. She has her little fan here, which you can also use as a hair accessory. And by the way, on this longer skirt, there's also another rubber band that you can use as the waistband, and then just have it in the back, so kind of, and it is short front and long back. So there's always, again, way more like ways to wear this, as as just one way. This is typical what they always did in the late 80s, early 90s, those, interchangeable outfits. And she was also in such a perfect condition. I did not have to do a boil wash, though I curled the hair a little more. So everything you see more on top here, these kind of the curls until here, this is original. But I just kind of curled a little bit of the bottom hair as well, so that it's a little more voluminous. But she looked like she was just taken out of the box and, I don't know, displayed. She did not look like she was really played with. Yeah, because also all of her accessories are there. I think at least almost all. Because we have her stand, which is this. So you put this in here, and then you put one of her legs through it. We have the kind of the lipstick, There's the Barbie logo on it, but it's not really lipstick. You can just, you know, put this in hot or in cold water, and then you could, I think that at least the commercial looks like that. You would could make lipstick appear or disappear. That is what it looks like, at least. Also this thing. Why is there another thing that has this cloth thingy? I even watched a unboxing of this doll on YouTube, and with this one, when this person took it out of the box, this was not even included. And I also saw some pictures where this was also in there in pink. So, but if you know, what this is meant to be? A hammer? What? I don't know. I'm a little lost with this. Same as with this little thing, which is kind of, you know, it's probably you can use it as another hair tie or as a scarf or something. But this was also not included in the box that this person on YouTube kind of opened. As well as this little cloth thingy here, like a little, you know, towel. And even two of the, you know, cardboard cutouts are there. There were a couple more, like a picture frame and a bouquet of flowers, etc. But two of them are here. So these notes, these sheets of notes, or rather the other way around, probably. Or, yeah. And then this kind of vanity thingy here with a mirror. But there were a couple more cutouts. But apart, yeah, from that, she also does not have the ballerina shoes. She is like crazy complete. And yeah, I gave Sui 2 ponies for that. I don't know if that's a fair thing because she is like so minty and good condition and everything. But yeah, Sui really wanted a surprise because this was one of her childhood ponies, and I had one. I had to rehair it though, but Sui said that's fine. So that was part of this awesome package that is more or less a trade. But then there are so many like other goodies in there. There was so much more in this package. For example, of course, some sweets, but they're not just in this cute sweet, you know, in this box with little lollipops, etc. on it, but also in a vintage Diddle, like, you know, paper bag. I remember them so vividly. Always when I bought some Diddle stuff, you know, some like, you know, Diddle sheets or some postcards from Diddle Mouse or some pencils or something. I always we always got these paper bags, so they're so nostalgic. But yeah, what's in there is, you know, a little note: "We love you, Sui, Ben, and Lil Bat." And then Barbie snacks and sour candy, and you know, they're really sour. I already tried one. So thank you so much for this little, you know, package with sweets. And there's even something to drink. We've got some Coke Oreo. I haven't tried it. I'm not sure if I will like it, because what a match is that? But I've heard very contrasting opinions about that, from the best thing ever to I didn't really like it. So I'm interested to try out this Coke. And then some more toy and accessory goodies that she brought. One of them is this Dino Bambino, or yeah, I think that's the name. I honestly never wanted to have one of them. They are dinosaur kinda cutesy toy by the toy company Zapf Creations. Or Zapf Creation? Is it singular? Zapf Creations? I don't know. Which is a German toy company that is actually known just for doing baby dolls. They are the makers behind Baby Born, which was like their big thing. I think they released the first Baby Born in 1991, so that was exactly my childhood. I had a Baby Born in, you know, in the early 90s. I think I got it for Christmas in 1994. The same year I got my gymnast Barbie, by the way. But other than that, I think they're making Baby Born surprise, miniature Baby Borns, and a baby Annabelle. So all sorts of baby toys, baby dolls. But in, I think, these ones in 86 or 87 rather, 87. They brought out a couple of these dinosaurs. I I mainly see always 2 different ones, but I have online seen a 3rd one. So there's a pink, light pink one. This is the green one. There's more of a purple one, definitely. And I've seen them a couple of times at flea markets and actually never bought them. At least I've never seen this one. I've always seen the light pink one. And I think they're kind of ugly. That's why I never really gravitated towards them. And but now I have one. I think the green one here is the cutest one for sure. They have these little hair clips that you can, I will just leave it in, but you can technically take them off. It's like extensions. I curled them now, very cute. And this can have a spot next to my little Miss Dinosaur, because there's a couple of these ugly, cutesy dinosaur toys from the late 80s or early 90s. So this is something I would not have gotten myself, but now, I mean, she even matches my knit here, my knit cardigan, so it's kind of cute. So I will definitely keep it, but it's not a toy that, I mean, you could complete it probably pretty easy, although they came with lots of accessories, so I don't know if it's easy to complete them with the accessories, but it's not a toy line I want to get into more. But yeah, an interesting thing. But there's more little goodies here. One of them is super awesome for a collection that I have, which, you know, this goes to the Golden Girl toy line, which is similar to She-Ra, just a little less pink and girly, but it is a kind of a doll toy line, a mix of doll and action figures, you know, warrior, princesses and all of that. And this is one of the shields. And this is the shield that directly goes to the main character, Golden Girl. And I don't have this, so very awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, you didn't know if I have this or don't have it, but I don't have it. It's an awesome edition. I have the main character, Golden Girl. I have almost none of her accessories. So one accessory to her. And then there is this, oh my God, so cute. This is a little flurry heart. And it is, I think, needle felted. I think that's what you call this. And I think Sui made this herself. Is this really, I mean, look how amazing. I look at the eyes and how the hair, how accurate this actually is. Flurry Heart is a character, like, you know, a little baby alicorn from the, like, you know, G4, My Little Pony TV show. So from Friendship's Magic, which I love so much. So having this super adorable Flurry Heart, which is definitely self-made. If it's not made by Sweden, from someone else, but I would guess you made this, right? This is so, I mean, when we were in the hotel again, my friend Cotton Candy Kittens and I, and we unpacked, you know, our, like, you know, gift packages, etc. She was also like, oh, this is amazing. And it really is. So then we have this little hair tie, which is super cute with, you know, pastel little dangly bears. I will definitely use it. Maybe I can put this already in my hair now, because this is the type of stuff that I definitely use on myself. Ta-da! And here's another, like, it's kind of a brooch, I would say, with a, like, super sweet little teddy bear with glitters, and, you know, it looks very like it's wearing a crown. So I don't know to which outfit I could put this, but I guess you're gonna put this like somewhere here or something like that. So I will find a use for it, because it's very sweet. It's more I don't know, classic, a little like, I don't know, classic Lolita or something like that style. Okay. My goodness, it's like, you see, I'm already like building here stuff and I can't move anymore, and I haven't even gotten to the things that I bought. But let's continue. Okay, so the next thing I would say counts not as a gift. I think it was kind of brought with so she brought it with her, so it was, you know, specifically for me, but we traded. So I was surprised by Megan. She is also on Instagram under the name Megan and Sundance, but she is written the other way around, so not Megan, but Megan. And I met her at Nachtlichtcon for the first time, we chatted so much about My Little Pony. She is a very, very, very big My Little Pony collector, meaning like she is like a completionist to the max, to like every single accessory. For example, she's now trying to complete the set of the German princess ponies with the accessories, so every single accessory, etc. So like woo. I think I met her at another event. I cannot even truly remember, but yeah, she brought me this fairy tales bird with the perch and with the correct comb. It is in such crazy good condition. I mean, I have a couple of fairy tale birds, but the hair, it's never in this good condition. That's why I also didn't curl it or anything. I just left it like open and you know, straight. But yeah, she didn't just gift this to me, but she instead took a pony. I mean, I'm pretty sure she doesn't need any of the ponies that I had with me. Like, but she said I think she took the Merryweather, so the summer holiday pony, you know, the European exclusive, which was in a really good condition. So she was like, maybe this is an upgrade for her, or she just grabs this and kind of can also then trade with other collectors for something else, which was kind of my intent actually, to trade this with someone from the US because it was a European exclusive. But I kind of brought a couple of these ponies also with me to the show, and it kind of paid off because I could trade it, not with someone from the US for a US exclusive pony, but with someone for a fairy tales bird. Yeah, so they are also not very easy to come by over here. I think they were just sold in a couple European countries. I'm very sure they were not sold in Germany or in the German-speaking countries, like, you know, also like Austria or Switzerland. Don't think they're very hard to come by over here. Like in the Netherlands, for example, they're way more common. So I just have a couple, I get a couple here or there. And so, I mean, yeah, I did not have this one. This is Tricky Tales. She has this little, you know, bunny and a, you know, hat. So like a wizard or like a magician bunny thing here. And she is this lovely, like purpley pink. And yes, they are made by Hasbro. So they are kind of the same people were behind this line as with My Little Pony. You can also see the resemblance, the eyes, and it's, you know, it's a brushable, like little rubbery toy, an animal, in this case some birds. They came out in the same year as also the My Little Pony Friends, so you know there were also some other My Little Pony lines that were other animals. So, and yes, this is from the first set. So from the originals, you could say, there were other sets. And yes, they all had also, same as My Little Pony, a cutie mark, but it wasn't really, I mean, even with My Little Pony back then in the 80s, it wasn't called cutie mark. They have a symbol. They always have one strand of hair on the head and then the tail. So I love them. A lot of My Little Pony collectors also love them because they kind of extend the line. They look like My Little Ponies just as birds. And thanks so much that you thought of me and were like, oh, maybe you want to trade this. And yeah, I didn't have this one. And I mean, this is like the best conditioned fairy tale bird that I've kind of ever seen. And I never had one of the combs. So they're all in this style, but just in different colors. And as I said, I also don't have any of the perches for the adults. I have one for one of the baby flyers. So this is, thanks so much if you're watching my videos. I think Megan, you're watching some of my videos, or if not, most of them. So thanks a lot for this awesome trade, which was unexpected. Like the trade with Sui, for example, that was expected. This one was like out of the blue. I think these were mostly the things now that were like trades and really kind of gifts. And now let's get to a couple of things that I paid with my own money. Yeah, I think I would start with kind of the biggest, the coolest thing that I also did not expect to find there, but it is the Polly Pocket doll. Yeah, I don't know if you have heard of this, or if this is something that you're like, I see this all the time. I don't see this all the time. Is this a thing that, you know, as a Polly Pocket collector, if you're just like into the, you know, compacts and just of the, then this is maybe something a little too gimmicky, a little too bit on the merchandise side or something, because it is not really normal Polly Pocket adjacent, but this is an official Polly Pocket item. You can see it, it has, you know, the Polly Pocket logo all over. Here's also the PP, and it kind of looks like Polly Pocket as well. Yeah, I think this is the only, you know, plush item, bigger doll item, soft body thing that Polly Pocket brought out, because, you know, Polly Pocket, it's the tiny ones, it's the compacts that open up into a whole play world, Pollyville and all of that, and they are not really known to have like bigger sized dolls. Now I think that's the only one. I know she is a little more common, I think, in the UK. At least I've seen collectors in the UK like have her. It's a little more of a common thing. I think it was definitely also released in the US. I'm not sure if it was released here. Maybe it was, but it's not a thing that you find all the time. If you search for it online, it will pop up from the US or from England mostly. I always wanted to have her, but I've kind of stopped collecting, or not collecting, but looking for Polly Pocket items really online. That's why I've kind of also stopped looking for this one online. And there she was. Purple Star had her. He is was one of the other girl toy sellers there. I think I have met him once before at Nachtlichtcon. Don't think that I've seen him at another convention before. He even said that he kind of watched my video from like last year and decided that he wanted to be also a seller at Toyplosion this year. So very good, more of the girl toy power. And he had so many ponies, and I actually wanted to go over to his stand again, to his table, and set up to look more closely also in all of the accessories and all of that. I did not find time to do that, but I bought some more things from him. But this was the main thing, and actually I don't know if I would have seen it this early, if not Cotton Candy Kittens already saw it on Friday. She was like, yeah, he has this, and also the Polly Pocket doll. I was like, really? So, and she was like, yeah, she also, like, Cotton Candy Kittens said she actually also want this, but she said that no, I actually don't, because she didn't really want to buy something at this show. She really was there more to sell. And she was like, no, if you want, you can get her. She was a fair price, I think, for one of the more rare Polly Pocket items. She was €45. And in the end, kind of Purple Star, he bought also stuff from our table, or specifically from me. And so I kind of had I think I had just to pay like a €13 for her, like in the end, kind of exchange wise. So it was kind of almost a half a trade or something. So she's from 1995, so she goes totally into the vintage era of Polly Pocket, though more on the later end, you could say. It's so cute because there's even a pony on it. So one of the houses, and then this plane. And yeah, she is in good condition, other than, you know, there's a little bit of purpley stuff that I cannot get off here. It doesn't really bother me at all. She was pretty dirty. I washed her. Yes, I put her in a washing machine, obviously in a pillowcase, the head in a separate pillowcase as well. But all of this, you know, there was just surface dirt and all of that came off. It's nice and clean again, and kind of soft body, plushy things I always need to wash. I don't feel, it doesn't feel like they belong to me unless I have put them in the washing machine. So even though, for example, this Kitty Surprise, she was clean, but I also put her in the wash again, because then I just truly feel that these things belong to me. That's same as I clean all of my toys. So, Polly Pocket doll. Which other things did I also pick up from Purple Star? Two more fairy tales. Yeah, he had a full bag of fairy tales with him. Thank goodness that was, I looked through this bag after I had gotten this one from Megan. So I did not run into the, you know, problem of maybe having picked up the one that Megan was then offering me. No, it was the other way around, because these, I went to his table in the, like, you know, later Saturday, so like, I don't know, Saturday evening or something. And he said, actually just take the whole bag with you to the hotel, then in the evening you can just look through them, which ones are interesting for you, and then the next day you can decide, and then, you know, you can buy them. So thank you for trusting me with that, so that I didn't just run off with all of the fairy tales. No, obviously I would have been very silly. And I decided for these two. And actually I also bought another one, which I then gifted to Candy Kittens, because she was like really in love with this one. It was a very pastel one. I don't remember the name of this one, because they all have so similar names. But she was like, no, I don't want to buy something. So I just bought 3 from him, and one of them was just a gift for my friend Candy Kittens. But these 2 I bought for myself. One which is really not in a super good condition, but I don't mind that. You see it, the bottom part is missing, because they actually have these clips. You can open and close them. That's how you can, you know, put them on the perch or on your finger or whatever. And this whole thing is missing with this one. I'm not too mad about it, because it actually can sit very nicely on the shelf. And then it also has this spot over here. I first thought maybe I can just get this off with, you know, washing it, rubbing it off. That looked like it was like residue from, like, I don't know, a sticker on it or something, but it really is in the plastic. So I need to bleach it. So I need to get, you know, my trusty Salon 40 cream and trying to get this off. Will take a while, but maybe I can be successful with this. If not, I mean, even from far away, it's still very sweet. For example, the hair with this one was also not in super good condition. I mean, it was a whole fuzzball of hair, but when I brushed it and conditioned it, it came out okay. Obviously then I go through with a straightening iron, and then in the end I curl it, so that's how it looks this nice now. So this one is called, so all of the ones are from the first original set. This one is Twinkle Tails. See, they kind of all have the name of tails, tricky tails, twinkle tails, and this one is Tattletales. Yeah, but you see they all, so a lot of them have different poses. So this one, for example, here, it had the wings more a little bit to the back, one up, one to the back. Here we have one to the left side up and one down. These ones are like kind of symmetrically up. So a lot of different poses actually for them. So Tattletales is this yellow, very tropical looking one, although this is not one of the tropical birds. There's another full set of tropical birds who look a little different. I'm not too much of a fan of those, so I much rather prefer these with these eyes. But look at this amazing, you know, neon yellow green, and it has a telephone. So that one's Tattletales, also from the first original set. They're all from 1986, and we're kind of the whole toy line just ran until 87, around that time. So now I kind of, you know, added 3 more fairy tales to my collection, which is amazing, because that rarely happens. So, and those are not really cheap, and I also did not just, I mean, they were a little more expensive, but also because he said for most of them in this bag, they are like 20 euro to 25, but this is kind of a fair price for them, I would say. And obviously for this one in the not good condition, I paid less. I would say for this one I paid maybe 15 or something. Let's get into a little more of the, not really boy toys, but a little more of a not as cutesy line. I have talked about it already a little bit in this video. Remember, I got this shield. Yeah, I even got more Golden Girl items at this show. One of them, one of my favorite finds, is this horse. Yeah, so Golden Girl, as I kind of explained in other videos, is this like mix of an action figure and a doll toy line. Let's bring in one. Here we've got one. This is also one that I got, but I will talk about her later. This is what the figures look like. They have actually pretty nice articulation. They have the bend and snap knees like Barbie, which She-Ra doesn't have. They have more of a ball joint in the legs. They have really nice hair quality. They have super interesting faces, and they come actually with a lot of accessories like heads or crowns or helmets, like shields, swords, capes, all sorts of different things. And yeah, in this toy line we have the good girls. This is one of the good like warriors, and we have the evil ones. Oh, can she lay down? And every one of these fractions also has a horse and a carriage, or chariot, it's more like a chariot really. I already have the black one and with the dragon chariot from the bad guys, but I was missing the horse for the good guys. Yes, so this is Olympia. This is Golden Girls, so the main character's horse. It was released with the chariot and also without. So here I just have it without the chariot. But that doesn't mean that this is super incomplete, because maybe this one was just the horse sold on its own, because you could, as I said, get it with the chariot or without. Still, it's not super complete, but it has enough pieces to just look very good in the collection. It is actually one of those, smaller, more Barbie horse type, horses, so not like a My Little Pony, not with a more soft body. But this is not Mattel, so this is by Galoob. So this whole toy line was made by Galoob. And it's also like 85, I think they were released, so shortly after She-Ra. So I cannot even say if it really is a She-Ra knockoff or if they just had the same idea as, She-Ra. I mean, She-Ra is kind of the girl equivalent of He-Man, and He-Man was the big thing, so I can totally understand why other toy companies were like, let's make the same thing but for girls. So I don't know if they really just knocked off She-Ra with it. But this horse here, it has the saddle. It doesn't have the red or burgundy saddle blanket. I was gifted this one. I was like, oh cool, this looks a lot like it, but it's way too big. I cannot put it on the horse. And I also, it looks weird when I put it down. It has part of the, what is it called, bridle, but you see it's a little loose here because some things have broken off. So the reins, as I call it like this, have kind of broken off here. They are missing, and I cannot close the belt down. It always pops off. It's because it's a little short. There's also a piece broken off here. You can close it still, but it will always pop off again. And it still holds nicely because of this thing that goes around here. I think also this side is a little broken, but it holds perfectly. But it looks still so cool. The hair was a total mess. This is polypropylene hair. This is not good hair. I mean, I think you saw the horse in the footage, but I managed to make it really nice, because you can do the same thing as with My Little Pony hair. You can wash it, condition it, and then when it is still wet, go like strand by strand through it with a flat iron, straightening iron, flat iron, and that does wonders. That's why the hair looks now so good. And one thing that kind of is like so cool, I'm so happy about, is that it still works. Ta-da! Can you see? Yes, the horn, so the unicorn horn, and the eyes light up. The black horse also does that, but it doesn't have a unicorn horn. Yeah, there is just this little switch underneath here, and I put a battery in it. So the battery compartment is missing, but I mean, you will never see that, because when you have the horse standing, you don't look from the bottom. So that's totally fine for me. And I also don't need to have the chariot. It's just big and takes up more room, because it's already difficult to display the black chariot. But like, oh, also one more thing that I'm super happy that it has are these wings here. It should actually have 4 of them, so the behind legs should also have them, but at least the 2 front legs have these little wings here, because they are just attached. You can just clip them on and off. So yeah, Olympia, the horse from Golden Girl. And I already showed her, this is Onyx. And she actually was a gift, but I included her here because I'm already talking about Golden Girl. Like one of our table neighbors, so Retro Krempel, He, when we were all like packing stuff and we're like giving like gifts left and right, because you know nobody wants to take home a lot of stuff, he was like, oh, this is maybe something for you. Oh yeah, oh my god, Golden Girl, I don't have this one. She's not in a very good condition, but to be quite honest, if I would have seen her laying on his table, I think she was like in a bargain bin below or something where I never looked, I would have grabbed her anyways, because I'm missing her. I don't find a lot of Golden Girl like out in the wild or anything. I think I've never found anything Golden Girl at a flea market. Nah. Like her hair is cut, the body is discolored, so it would be a little bit more of this pinky. So this is a little bit like this color, the salmon, peachy rose. It would be a little more like this. And the legs are also somewhat discolored. They at least had a lot of spots on it that were red. And when I like kind of removed that, the legs turned more like green. But, and yeah, and the hair is, obviously it's cut, a little uneven, but it still looks kind of cool. And I think here at the crown, there's also some like very cut, like it's here. You cannot really see it because it's black hair. But I mean, to be quite honest, it doesn't look that bad. I could rehair her. Maybe I do it at one point, but for now I'm just like, she looks so cool. Onyx is, as I said, from the Good Guys. And yeah, I have now 3 of the like good guys from this series, and I have almost all of the villains. I don't have any of the boys. There are also some male characters, but those are not really my favorite. I really don't need to have them unless I like, I don't know, find them at a flea market or something like that. But yeah, Onyx, also from the Golden Girl toy line. Ta-da! The toy line is actually in a weird spot, I think, as in not many action figure boy toy collectors are super into it, because they are like, ilks, dolls, brushable hair, no thanks. And then it's also not girly enough to be really for, you know, the My Little Pony and plush and Barbie collectors, etc., because it's not girly enough. So it's in a weird spot. It's also a toy line that is, I think it's not very thought after. I mean, it can go for higher prices, especially, you know, boxed items. And there's, for example, a big playset that demands definitely quite a high price because it's also pretty rare. But I think it's not very like thought after, I would say. Same as, for example, on our table, I offered some She-Ra figures for very inexpensive. Nobody was interested in them because I think same here. The boy toy collectors, they're like ilks, dolls, She-Ra. I'm just into He-Man. And then the girls are like, oh, She-Ra's fine, but I'm gonna grab something else. I'm gonna grab a pony. I'm gonna grab a Barbie or something, you know? So like She-Ra also did not sell at our table at all. We were a little bit more in the realm of boyish toys, and I was also saying that I got this Onyx from Retro Krempel. I also bought something from his table. I even bought more from his table. One like bag of things I cannot show you because this is a gift for someone. I think she's not watching a lot of my videos, but some of them. So if she's watching this video, that would be, you know, I would ruining the surprise for this gift. So I'm not gonna show that. But for myself, I actually bought the Street Shark from him. Yeah, this is Moby Lick, a Street Shark that I wanted to have for a while. He is one of the most striking ones. You know, he's the orca, and he just looks. He just looks cool. All of my Street Sharks are actually from flea market, so this was kind of the first one I bought, like now, not directly out in the wild, but I couldn't resist. I mean, it was the table across us. We were talking a lot, and I said, oh, you have the Street Shark, I actually want this. And then we haggled a little bit, and I got him from him. So I don't know if he's watching the video. He also says he's not so good with English, so I don't know, but falls du das Video guckst, super, super viel Dank für die Golden Girl. Hätte ich die vorher gesehen, hätte ich die wahrscheinlich sogar gekauft. Und auch super vielen Dank für den super, super awesome, Jawsome Street Shark. Dem fehlen zwar ein paar Sachen, aber ich bin super, super happy damit. So, yeah, he's missing a couple of pieces, but I'm not a completist or anything. So he is missing his little head. He would have actually his little head on there attached here. And he definitely is not really working because he has this button or this wheel thingy at the back. And if you would turn this, actually his tongue would like start turning around, I think. It's not doing it, but other than that, he looks in good condition. I mean, he was pretty like dirty, but I can do something about that. Just clean it and it's super white again. Yeah, Street Sharks is a Mattel, you know, toy line from the 90s. I think they started in 1994. They not always say directly Mattel. I think they say always Streetwise Designs. So that's like, huh? Was that Mattel? Yeah, because the kind of designer was not directly working for Mattel, so he is kind of, I'm not exactly sure about that, but he was separately like designing this toy line and then making the pitch to Mattel. But so that's why I think they say that his kind of name is Streetwise Designs on it. Yeah, there was obviously, as it was very often in the 80s and 90s, there was a cartoon show also for this, and this cartoon show then even kind of turned into this other spin-off line. So the extreme dinosaurs are kind of also connected with these Street Sharks, but they're these anthropomorphic animals, you know, riding on the turtles high still, you know, with all of these. I mean, also the colors are so cool. And but now, as I actually wanted to let's get to some more Barbie things. Not terribly many Barbie things, but 2 cassette tapes. I already listened to them. So we've got the number 8 and the number 19. Barbie und der Reisebericht. So the, you know, travel journalism thing. I cannot translate. And this is Barbie and the you know, carnival. So awesome, both of them. I just love them. They are such a good, you know, production. Europa did them. And I collect them because, you know, they're Barbie, but I also really like to listen to them. So they just bring me joy. So, and I did not have those. I think I paid €5 for the 2 of them. It's more than at flea markets, but also at flea market it gets harder and harder to find the ones that I actually need. So I'm not mad about that. So, and one more Barbie thing actually, which is probably the only kind of modern toy that I bought at Toyplosion, but yeah, this one here. This was at the table of the Puppengeist. As I said, he was our neighbor there directly next to us. The Barbie kind of customizer, does restyles and all of that. The one who gifted me this Barbie blanket, or not blanket, I always say blanket, it's a towel, and these miniature things that you saw already. Yeah, I also bought from him in a very like late on like sad Sunday, when shortly before everybody was packing and so on, because I waited. Maybe someone else wanted to buy her, but nobody did. Then I couldn't resist and bought this one, which is kind of a mixture because she was not released like this. The doll itself is a modern standard budget doll, I would say. So the doll itself is actually the makeup artist Barbie, the You Can Be Anything makeup artist from 2021, 2022. So she has a normal standard kind of budget body with, you know, one bent arm and one straight arm, and the non-bendable legs. So there are no, there's no articulation. So kind of the normal, you know, fashionista body. She has really nice hair. So this is saran hair. And this is kind of also what kind of made me like fall in love with her, because, you know, she is wearing the Barbie the movie rollerblade outfit, but then she is so nicely tanned and has this turquoise hair that looked so fabulous. I think this is such a good match. I will definitely keep her in this outfit. And yeah, I never bought the Barbie the movie rollerblade doll, so I don't have this outfit. So yeah, you know, the Impala rollerblades, all of these protectors and the outfit and the visor. That's all from the original Barbie the movie doll. And buying her, I mean, that would have cost me like the full Barbie the movie doll here around, I don't know, €40 or something. And I did not want to have multiples of the same Margot Robbie doll, so I never picked up this one. But now I have the outfit. And I have another doll that looks also super cool in it. I just redid her hair a little bit. I think I have to do another boil wash because she has one one bend in the hair. But don't you think she looks super interesting in this outfit? I will keep her like this. I will put her next to my Barbie the movie you know, display. And he also did some more things. He put a ring on her because nowadays dolls don't have rings anymore actually. So, and some little stud earrings. Oops, there you go. And yeah, look at her eye makeup. She looks also very pretty. This face mold is actually one that is used very often, like right now. This is the Dia face from, I think, introduced in 2016. But a lot of dolls since then have used this face in the play line, even in the collector dolls. So there's also a collector dolls with the Dia face. Even like 2 of the Barbie extra dolls had this face mold, etc. So yeah, I think it's a very pretty face mold, and with this very bold eye makeup and then the super bold hair and this outfit, she definitely can like happily live within my, you know, more modern Barbie dolls display. I don't know where. Can you still see her if I put her here? Yeah, I guess you can. And oh yeah, she also had this cool handbag with her. So the only modern toy that I purchased. Let's keep it going. I'm going to show you the only Star Wars related item that I bought. I am a huge Star Wars fan. I collect also Star Wars, mainly the, like, you know, 3 3/4 inch ones. You saw a couple of Star Wars things like these ones in the video already, but they were freebies. I bought one big Star Wars item actually. Also close so to the end of the show, and it is one of the Queen Amidala dolls, so the 1999 released portrait editions. So this is still in package, but I will unbox her. So it is the black robe, the black gown of Queen Amidala, and you know, they are Barbie sized dolls with awesome quality fashions. I have already one of them, and I always wanted to pick up more, but like not really. I mean, the first one that I have, I bought at a Star Wars convention at Power of the Force. I don't know, like 2017 maybe. It's a while ago. But like you can also pick them up online. They're not terribly expensive because they came out, you know, for the prequels. And prequel Star Wars toys and merch has not really gone up a lot in price. Some things of course have, but especially these, you know, more doll things, this is nothing that a typical male Star Wars collector would gravitate towards. This is really something for me because I love Padme, I love, you know, Queen Amidala. That's kind of what drew me into Star Wars to begin with. Now I'm of course fan because of so many other things, not just of the pretty costumes, but it was kind of a thing that, you know, that's what made me the fan to begin with. Oh, she looks pretty. What is, I love this character. Let's watch the movies again and again, and then, you know, so I'm kind of a fan because of, you know, the awesome costumes of Queen Amidala / Padme. Yeah, does this have a specific name? Black travel gown. It is called the black travel gown. So I hope you could see it. So the back is also, you can leave it in there, and this is an awesome display thing, but it's too big for me because there's even a window from the back. This is this kind of triangular shaped box. It is awesome, but I will unbox it. I will not make an unboxing video or something, but here. So I have this version of the doll. Now here's this one. I'm not sure if this one was released. This one I think was. So, and here's the doll again. It's also now too big to put on the table. Oh, no. I have to put it down, but you have seen it. I bought something Star Wars, and actually I got a really good deal on it. It said €35 on the sticker, and I was already thinking that this is kind of a good price. I would be fine with that. And then I got in, like, you know, I started talking to the people selling that, and it was a whole family. If, I don't know, if for whatever reason you're watching this, I thank you so much for this nice chat. So we were talking about, you know, that they have accumulated so much Star Wars stuff, and now they last year they were also just, you know, visitors of the show, and this year they wanted to have some tables, so they had this huge setup. And yeah, so mainly Star Wars. They had this one Barbie horse, and they tried to convince me to buy the Barbie horse, but I'm not collecting Barbie horses. But yeah, then in the end they at least convinced me to buy this, because they were like, take it, would you take it for 20 euro? And yeah, I just said, I couldn't say no, because I actually really wanted this. But then I was like, do I want to bring something this big home with me? Because I went there to, you know, get rid of stuff. But I mean, yeah, she will then live next to my other Queen Amidala, so I'm already very excited to unbox her. I think almost all that's left is My Little Pony, but I have some other things. I don't know, but let's just get into the My Little Pony things. One pony here. This was to me almost like a flea market find, because this was at the bottom in one of those, you know, grab boxes with anything and everything for super cheap, and it was €1. So of course I do have this pony already. This is Baby Sun Ribbon from the Baby Rainbow Ponies, but I couldn't leave it. It is super baby. So it is discolored, so very green, and it has a very bad haircut. This side is still a little bit more blue, but you know, it's still not very. Just as a comparison, this is how this pony should look like. But I'm convinced that I can make her beautiful again. I will retro bride her, that she gets to this color almost at least again, and then I will rehair her. And if I really like her, she turns out good, I might just maybe keep this one, because it feels more like a you know, find out in the wild, and then I have this one for trade or for like maybe next year Toyplosion, or the other way around. It depends what I like more, but I often do like the ponies more that I like put a lot of effort and, you know, into restoring them. So Baby Sun Ribbon, sorry, from as I said, the Baby Rainbow Ponies, a set of 4 little baby ponies that all had, you know, rainbow hair and some, you know, rainbowy cutie marks. And they are from year 9, so a little later in the My Little Pony line, first generation, of course. So from 1990, 1991. They are a pretty thought after set. They were not exclusive to any specific, you know, part of the world, so they're not a US or European exclusive, but still people charge a lot of money for them sometimes, and also pay that much. I don't know why, they're just a very popular set. So awesome to find this little guy or little girl for €1. The pony that I'm kind of the most happy about is actually this one, because this is one that I was actively hunting for online, because, you know, I don't find a lot of ponies at flea markets. Although you can still find ponies at flea markets. Just yesterday, my friend Cotton Candy Kittens, actually we were at the same flea market, and she found 4 G1 My Little Ponies. I was just at the table next to her buying Barbie stuff, and she found the ponies. And my friend Zelina over at Vintage Gaudi also found like a big bunch of My Little Ponies with a really rare one. She found Tucks and Tails, and she's from Switzerland. So if you're in Europe, go out. If you don't have that bad pony karma that I have, you will even find ponies still at flea markets. I just don't. I never find them. So I mostly buy my ponies online. Or at Toyplosion. Yes, this is beautiful Bose. She is the 3rd one that kind of completes my set of the hairdo ponies. Let me quickly get the others out. They are an awesome set. These are European exclusive. So all of these ponies, you know, have super long hair. They have bangs, which is also very rare. Ponies are mostly not rooted with bangs. They have a forelock, but not specifically rooted bangs. And they have these, you see that? These weird like thingies here. with wire in them. And this is so you could really style the pony's hair. So for example, I don't know, let's do something weird here. Ta-da! Now this has almost like a ponytail, this pony. And I'm happy that I found this pony with the bow, and it also has the thing in the tail. So these are often missing, or they are cut, or this is missing, or whatever might be the case. So I'm happy that I have now all, like 3 of them. This one is a little bit like rehaired, but all the others are in original good condition. Also, what's interesting, you see they have pearlized bodies, and they are a set of, yeah, as I said, they're European exclusive and pretty expensive. So I'm very happy that I found this pony for 40 euro from, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I bought many things. It's the same girl that I bought the horse here, the Golden Girl horse, that she gifted me the VHS tapes from My Little Pony and the sticker sheet, and I bought even more. We will get to that. So I don't know your name. I'm so sorry. I know you're also watching my videos. So if you want to say something, hey, that was me, pop it down in the comments so that people know that these awesome things come from you, from your table, and also a very good price, because I was actively searching for this pony on eBay, and I was already considering one that was 50 euro. So happy I didn't buy it. I pulled the trigger for the 50 euro one, which I think even 50 euro is not the worst price for this pony. So I think 40 euro in a very good condition. Mwah, chef's kiss. I'm so happy. Beautiful bows. But I bought another pony from her. And this is Minty. This is a Macau Minty. So Minty in general is a very popular pony. Probably the G3 version is even more popular than the G1, but this is, the G1 version of Minty. First collector's ponies, the very first 6 ponies that were released, Minty was among them. Now the green pony with the clover symbols and white hair in this typical collector pose. Year 1, so 1982, / probably more released in 83, but the hoof stamp says 82. So, and this is a little more special because the country of origin is Macau. I don't know if you can read that. There it is. Macau is, or rather was, a country. I don't know, it belongs to China, I think, nowadays. That also produced toys here and there. I think for My Little Pony, they just produced the first 6 and some of the playset ponies, because I also have a Peachy, for example, a Macau version. But these ponies were specifically sold, I think, on the European market. They look a little bit different, of course. They are variants to the Hong Kong produced ponies that were mainly available in the US. And I have the feeling the Macau ponies, as I have said it recently, also you find mostly in the German-speaking regions, but also someone commented down that they were also released in France, for example. So there's kind of, I would say, the Central European countries had the releases of the first 6 and the playset ponies also in the Macau version. And I only have one other Minty that I can show you for a comparison, because Minty, for whatever reason, is a pony that's not very common over here. Also, my friend Candy Kittens said she's collecting ponies for I don't know what, over 10 years actively, also at flea markets. She's never found a Minty. So I only have one other Minty, which is an Argentinian one. But already from the colors, you can see that they look super different. And the normal flat feet or concave feet Minty from later on, also the Hong Kong version, looks also different. But clover symbols and blue eyes. And what I especially like about the Macau ponies is they feel different. They have a different vinyl. It's super soft. I don't know. It just, the feel to it is very, very nice. They have often, or most often, very long hair. So if you have an Italian pony that is, for example, often rooted very much into the front, I don't like that as much. The Macau ponies are not, but still they have very long hair. And yeah, the hair was not the best on this pony, but I mean, It looks totally fine now. Little curl there. It has like couple pony cancer spots, like there's one, and I think on the eye there's one, and it also has a little bit of a, you know, bitten off ear, but I'm so happy. I have another Minty for my collection, and if you know me as a pony collector, I'm not very picky with ponies, so she is in a totally super good condition for me, and I'm super happy that also she was at the same table as the beautiful bows, so I kind of, you know, got them both. Also, she was a fair price for a Macau pony. I think she wanted 35 euro, or was it even 25 euro? I cannot exactly remember, but like for a Macau pony, for me, totally fine. One more pony? Yeah, one more pony directly, but not a G1, a G2. So this one I got from Purple Star. So the guy who sold me, oh, you cannot even see her anymore, the Polly Pocket doll and two of the fairy tales. Yes, he had so many ponies. I wanted to like go to his table again and again actually, but like this was a very very quick thing. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's an awesome G2 pony. How much is it? 10 euro? Oh yeah, here you go. So I immediately bought it. I'm not totally like knowledgeable with G2, so I didn't know what this pony is. The only thing I knew was it is super cute. It has a teddy bear as a cutie mark. It has an awesome color. It has both of the rhinestones, or the, you know, sparkly stones in the eyes. So it is in super good condition. And it must be one of the later ones, so it must be a European exclusive. And yeah, it is. This one is actually called Tender Nuzzles. And yeah, it is from the year 2001. So the G2, generation 2 of My Little Pony, started in 1997. And in the US was not very popular. It just ran for maybe 1 or 2 years, so maybe 1997, 1998, around that time, and then they stopped releasing ponies in the US, but it was more popular in Europe, so they kept releasing more and more ponies in Europe. So the later ones from, I think, around 1999 are all European exclusives. So, and this is from 2001. And it comes from the Secret Surprise Friends set. There were so many of these Secret Surprise Friends set. I don't even really know what that means, but they kept using this name for the pony sets over and over. Yeah, this one came with little bear hair clips, so teeny tiny, 6 of them that you could put in the hair, and also of course a brush, a butterfly / bow brush, a sun hat with, you know, blue braided hair strands on it. So it came with a couple of accessories, typical for G2, a lot of accessories with the ponies, and it is an awesome addition to my small G2 collection. So the name is Tender Nuzzles. I will probably never remember that after now. I even had to read it off now. But that's not the end of the My Little Pony items. That's all of the My Little Ponies, as in ponies, but I bought more pony items. 3. One of them is actually just this little book. Where is it? Here it is. I also bought it from the same girl that I bought the 2 ponies, the Golden Girl Horse. She gifted me the pony cassette tapes. And it's, yeah, this little, you know, storybook. Called Die Mitternachtsparty, so the midnight party. It's one of the Remus books. I think it came with the cassette tapes, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, it's just this cute pony story with pictures in it. Some kids have colored in it, but I'm not really mad about that. I actually like it when I see this book was loved by children. And it's a little story. So I have like really not a lot of these, you know, pony booklet thingies, pony books, etc. So this was super inexpensive. I don't even remember what she wanted to have for it, like €1, €2, something like that. I was like, yeah, throw it in, I take it. So super adorable. Then I bought this Presto Magics thing. You saw that I found this, and yes, I bought it. It is, it was still, I said it was, still sealed in this, you know, see-through packaging here. But I wanted to open it. So I kind of opened it so I can actually show you how it looks. So, oh my goodness, you broke the seal of a sealed vintage item. So what? So these are these rub transfers. This is just the front. The kind of a brand here is Presto Magics. I guess other brands also did the same thing, but in here is the little sheet. These are the little, they're not stickers. You would really go over it with a pencil or with another sharp thing. Probably a pencil is best, but then you see where you have already rubbed, and put it on the surface where you want it. Then it kind of transfers on there. Here we have, apart from ponies, we also have some more environment thingies, like you could also put some flowers and some birds in the basket, or a ducky or some other critters here on the scenery. But also we have mommy and baby surprise. We have, this is probably baby moon dancer. Then we have Applejack, we have baby cotton candy, baby firefly, and Gusty. And it's not just that you get these transfer thingies, but you also get the environment to put it on. Here it is. So you have, you know, a meadow, a little lake, some, you know, bushes, or like an apple tree. And then in the sky, there's the lullaby. This is so cute. The lullaby nursery is in the sky, in the clouds. And there's also some ponies. So this is super, super sweet. I will of course not do it. I will leave it like this. I also don't know how, if it would still work, because the back side has already come off, which in the instructions it says you need to remove it. So it kind of was probably more stuck to it. Here are kind of the instructions. This is how you do it. At first you remove the back side, and you go over it with a pencil, put it on the surface where you want to have it, and then you peel the front side off, and then you have the pony on the surface where you wanted it. So it must have been so much fun. I don't remember doing anything like this. I'm not sure if this type of thing was not really a thing in the 90s anymore, but yeah, I think it's even more fun than just putting stickers, because they really are super flat. They are not shiny, or they're not like thick like when you put stickers on something. It's really, it's as if it has always been on this picture. So My Little Pony Presto Magics thingy, I have no clue where to put it. And kind of the big ticket item for me in terms of My Little Pony, that is not a pony, is this pony wear carded item. This is, yeah, it says Mio Mini Pony, so you can see it is an international thingy. So it is Italian. So this whole guy, so this whole vendor is from Italy. He had so much like amazing stuff, girl toy related and boy toy related, but most of it, unfortunately, you know, carded, boxed, mint condition, etc., which is not really the thing I want. And the loose things that he had with him, they were almost the same things that he had with him last year. So the Polly Pockets and the loose ponies, they were not really, there was nothing that I needed. So, but in terms of, you know, mint on card thingies, pony wear is the thing that I like, because there's no need for me to unbox this. You know, if I would get a pony on card, I would feel so like, oh, this poor thing, it cannot breathe in there. I want to touch it. I want to make the hair. I want to play with it. I mean, but pony wear, I don't care, because I don't even actually like pony wear. I like ponies to not have clothes on. But the card artwork is what it makes. Look at this. This is so colorful, and it looks totally different than any other of these pony wear items, because Italy did its own thing, I have to say. They even made like completely new drawings, which look a little weird. Look at this. The eye of this little pony is in the ear. Yeah, but they look like, you know, still super cute. Although these should be the same pony wear packs actually as they were also released, for example, in the US. And normally they should be the ones from the collection 4. This is the Sun and Fun pack actually. So at this one they actually have their own drawings and their own artwork. But Italy, no. We are making our own artwork. it looks even more colorful. It is very, very rainbowy, and the whole cart has a rainbow background. So this is an awesome piece. I think I have the same, like these are like sun hats and then little, you know, bikinis for the ponies. I have the same pony wear already on a different cart, but just for the adult pony. I think that's a UK one that I have. So then I have also an Argentinian pony cart thingy, like pony wear on cart. So I'm getting like really into, you know, getting different like pony wear like on cart thingies from different countries. Super awesome. I have no clue where I can even put it on that you can still see it a tiny bit here. Yeah, that's it for pony things, and then I have, I think, 2 more things just that I forgot. Yeah, then we're done. From the same, I purchased a lot from her, where I got the 2 ponies, the Golden Girl horse, the pony VHS tapes, etc. In the end, when she almost had nothing left of her stuff, but there was this Moondreamers toy, and yeah, I had seen that on her table there were more Moondreamers things. She had definitely both the lion and the polar bear, so Ursa and Rory. She had the 2 of them, but I do have them, so I don't need them. That's why I did not really focus on them. But I didn't even see that she had another one. Maybe she had more. I have to look at my footage, but she definitely had this one. This is also from the Moondreamers toy line. Let me get to the camera here. So the Moondreamers are another Hasbro toy line from the late 80s. They were released, I think, in 86ish, 87. And they are mainly a doll line of small dolls, kind of the same size. And their whole theme is glow in the dark. They have glow in the dark hair. They have like things on the fashions that glow in the dark. And they have some like animals in the line as well, and some weird things like this, because this is kind of it's definitely from the good guys. So the Moondreamers are, you know, they are living in the sky and they're making the dreams for the children. That's the whole story. And this is one of the helping little guys, one of the snoozers. So this one's called Stardust. So there were 3 of them. One is on 4 legs, the other 2 are standing on the behind legs. This one has a cape, and it had a little bucket of Stardust with him. Actually, one of these snoozers also was released as a big plush toy, so maybe you have also seen this one. At first I was like, wait, is this one of the bad guys? Because they are little creepy guys that go to the to the evil witch, to evil Snowleen, the sleep creeps. But no, this is not one of those. Those I'm not too much into. I don't need to have them, but the 3 snoozers I would really like to have. They look like a little bit like a mix of a pig and maybe a hippopotamus and maybe even a bat with the ears. I don't know. They are supposed, you know, to wear pajamas, and they have flocked bodies. I am not the biggest fan of flocking on toys because it, you know, it comes off, it gets dirty, it's not easy to clean, and it also makes the colors less popping. And but here it is fine. I mean, I kind of cleaned it as best as I could. Here's the little tail. There is some rub of the flocking, but not really in the front, not a lot. I mean, it is still okay, and it is not super dirty. I got a lot of the, you know, little like things off that were in just with a sponge. When I went over with the sponge, all the little fuzzy bits and bobs that have stuck in there over the years have come off. And yeah, I didn't even know what exactly glows in the dark with this one until I got him into, you know, my bathroom and tried him out. Yes, of course, the little strand of hair glows in the dark. Then his little, you know, eye patch thingy, the little thunder, the little lightning bolt thingy here glows in the dark. Also, his little tail glows in the dark, which is, you know, you don't even see that with the cape. But the cape also does glow in the dark, the stars. The stars of the cape also glow in the dark. So I'm super happy that I picked up this little dude. 15 euro, super good price. They're still definitely hard to find. Not like super expensive. You get just loose ones, but you definitely have to pay, you know, the shipping from the US. One of my dolls is from France. I got her shipped from France, but still, you can't beat like finding one of them for just, you know, 15 euro at the German toy show. For me, that's like, ah. And then the last thing I want to show you, I hope I did not forget anything. The last thing I actually picked up from Cotton Candy Kittens. It was something that I was like, I don't understand why this did not sell. But it is a strawberry shortcake figure, and it is Orange Blossom. She is one that I did not have. I rarely pick up a strawberry shortcake. You also don't really find them at flea markets anymore. They are kind of too old, I would say. They're from the early 80s. This one is from 1980. I sometimes had one lot, for example, of strawberry shortcake figures, but she was not in there. But I actually have the little sidekick. I have Marmalade. So now I have both of them together. Yeah, I don't know. She is complete. She has her shoes. That's something that's often missing. She has the tights. They're in good condition, not you know, bleached or anything. They just had a little rip in the seam here, which I sewed together. I mean, easy. She has the skirt and the little top cape thingy, and her head. Her hair is nice. I mean, they're never rooted really good. That's just how they are. It's just the nature, but yeah, that's not bad because they all come with hats. The little, you know, Orange Blossom is still there. So, and this is her little sidekick. So Orange Blossom and Marmalade. And she wasn't even priced very high. She was like 18 euro, which, and I mean, I don't know why nobody picked her up. So when I like waited till the end, I was like, no, if someone else wants her, I'm not picking up her before. But she was still left when we were packing, and I was like, I will want to have her. Here's the money. So I really paid for her. So I also picked up a couple more ponies from Cotton Candy Kittens, but I also cannot show those to you because those are also gifts for someone who often watches my videos. So not gonna show those here. That would be silly. So yeah, the last thing here, Orange Blossom. And I already talked for about 2 hours. I think this will be a very long video, but I don't want to cut anything out. What should I cut out? The presents, the gifts, the things that I bought. I don't know what I can cut out. So I hope you enjoyed this massive haul video with gifts and trades and purchases from Toyplosion. If you did, don't forget, you can help me out, my channel out, with just giving this video a thumbs up. It's the easiest thing to do. If you want to tell me anything, comments are open for you. Please tell me anything you want. If you can help me out with anything that I didn't know, where I was like, I don't even know how this works, or I don't know about the Barbie, for example, with what are all these accessories, what is this purple thing, or whatever. Did you have any of that? Do you know where certain things were released? Always put it down in the comments. I'm super happy if you can help me out, or if you just want to tell me how you enjoyed the video, or I don't know, that you had some of them as a child, or whatever. I love to read your comments. It is just not possible for me to answer everybody's comments, especially if the comments come later on, when I, for example, have already released other videos. Then it's even more difficult, but it's just hard for me to keep up answering everybody's comments. But when I give them a heart, then you can definitely be sure that I saw your comment and I appreciate it and I love it so much, and I try to answer as many as possible. So, and if you're not subscribed, you can do that. Doesn't cost any money. It's free. It just helps you easier find my videos, and it helps the channel grow. So, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye!